Europe in the late 1930s stood on the brink of catastrophe. The scars of World War I were still visible. Economies shattered, borders redrawn, and resentment brewing beneath the surface. Out of this instability rose extreme ideologies: fascism in Italy, Nazism in Germany, and aggressive militarism across the continent. By 1939, Europe was a powder keg, waiting for a single spark. That spark would come from Germany. On September 1, 1939, Nazi Germany invaded Poland using a new strategy known as Blitzkrieg, lightning war. Fast-moving tanks, coordinated air attacks, and overwhelming force crushed Polish defenses within weeks. Just days later, Britain and France declared war on Germany. World War II in Europe had officially begun. In 1940, Germany turned west. Denmark and Norway fell quickly, followed by a massive assault through Belgium and the Netherlands. France, once Europe's strongest military power, collapsed in just 6 weeks. Paris fell. The Nazi flag flew over the Eiffel Tower. Britain now stood alone. To defeat Britain, Hitler launched an air campaign unlike anything the world had seen. The Battle of Britain raged in the skies as German bombers clashed with the Royal Air Force. Despite relentless bombing, Britain refused to surrender. Radar technology, skilled pilots, and civilian resilience turned the tide. For the first time, Nazi Germany was stopped. In June 1941, Hitler made a fatal decision. He launched Operation Barbarossa, the largest military invasion in history against the Soviet Union. Millions of soldiers clashed across vast territories. Early German victories soon turned into brutal attrition, as winter, distance, and Soviet resistance halted the advance. The Eastern Front became a war of annihilation. Behind the front lines, Nazi Germany carried out one of history's greatest crimes: the Holocaust, systematic genocide targeting Jews and other persecuted groups. 6 million Jews were murdered in ghettos, mass shootings, and extermination camps. This was not a byproduct of war. It was a planned industrial genocide. Europe would never be the same. On June 6, 1944, Allied forces launched D-Day, the largest amphibious invasion in history. Troops stormed the beaches of Normandy under heavy fire. Slowly but surely, Western Europe was liberated. Paris was freed. The Nazi grip began to collapse. As Allied forces closed in from the west and the Red Army advanced from the east, Berlin became the final battlefield. After weeks of brutal fighting, Berlin fell in May 1945. Adolf Hitler was dead. Nazi Germany surrendered unconditionally. The war in Europe was over. Europe lay in ruins. Tens of millions were dead, cities destroyed, nations traumatized. Yet from the ashes emerged a new world order: the United Nations, the Cold War, a divided Europe. World War II reshaped humanity forever. World War II was more than a war, it was a warning. A reminder of how hatred, extremism, and unchecked power can destroy civilizations. If you want more in-depth historical documentaries like this, subscribe to the channel, like the video, and share it with fellow history enthusiasts. History matters because it shapes our future.